Now, as you know, we're also about to get a war footing of National Cabinet to make sure that everyone's back on the same page so we can get that vaccine rollout situation happening. Now, it seems like the best case scenario version for that it will be if you want to go overseas, you'll be vaccinated and you wouldn't have to go back to hotel quarantine, but the chances of people being able to come into the country who aren't Australians, it's probably not going to happen. So the Prime Minister, as I say, says it's time for the power-mad premiers to join him and to get onto the war footing to make sure that we can get the vaccination rolling out as fast as possible to those that want to have it.
I've called together the premiers and the chief ministers for us to work together to deal with the problems we have in the vaccination program. That's why calling together the states and territories and the premiers for us to deal directly with this as leaders, to ensure we can get those systems in place, to understand what the risks are associated with that, what resourcing is required, and to be able to direct those programs as a national cabinet.
So the conversation about a national cabinet and twice a week a meeting of the premiers. Now remember, they don't have to do it in person, they can all do it on Zoom. Guess how that's been met by, among others, the Queensland government, which of course only exists to dump the federal government at the next election. Premiers are pretty busy. This is their reaction to it. Here's the Queensland Premier, by the way, previously saying, we should be meeting more often, but now they're meeting more often. People behind the scenes are saying, oh, well, the Premiers, they're very busy. It's kind of each way elbow state edition.
Look, I'm happy to meet as often there's a need for National Cabinet to meet. So, look, let's have the first meeting. Let's see how that goes. I would have anticipated we would have needed to meet more often as we got in more supply. But happy to go along with whatever the Prime Minister requests. It was an idea that was floated yesterday. It's been reported publicly. I haven't seen the agenda. But if it is about making sure that the Australian public have confidence in the vaccine rollout, that is a good thing.
Don't get angry at me. You know people who voted for it. And of course, we know that this Premier in particular, so busy, like too busy, to be handling National Cabinet. You know, she's got football games that they get paid to host, or celebrities that they give money to make films. Oh yeah, and turning away people who want to visit their sick kid in hospital.
Well, you have to understand too, like people living in New South Wales, they have New South Wales hospitals. In Queensland, we have Queensland hospitals for our people.
Freshly re-elected. And loved for doing it. So don't tell me Australians are ready to reopen the borders. They love leadership like these people. That's what they do. They love it, okay? And many of these people will exist in order to flip the federal government at the next election. Well, we won't let them get away with their tricks. We'll call them out each and every night. It's the best sport, the best exercise I get. Whack-a-mole with the crazies. I'll continue to do it.